In this video, we are going to discuss the secrets behind the vanishing glaciers. So many glaciers have been lost in just the last few decades. And what is really scary is that their rate of disappearance has greatly accelerated over the past couple of years. Scientists claim that there are several reasons for this drastic reduction in glacial numbers, but they haven't been able to confirm any of these theories just yet. As mysterious as it sounds, scientists actually do know why glaciers vanish. One of the most common causes is rising temperatures, which can be caused by both natural climate change and human influence. In either case, when temperatures rise, the cold, hard ice melts and turns into liquid water, causing the glacier to shrink. The less snow that falls in a particular region, the more likely the glaciers are to melt away completely. Another reason glaciers disappear is because of changing precipitation patterns. If a region that used to receive consistent snowfall starts experiencing more rainfall instead, then the added weight of the rain will cause the glaciers to melt faster than they can rebuild themselves. However, despite knowing the reasons why glaciers disappear, scientists have been struggling to figure out why they have been disappearing so quickly in recent years. With such an alarming rate of decline, scientists are working overtime to discover what exactly is causing glaciers to vanish. As you will see, there are many theories out there about the melting glaciers, but no one is certain of the true cause. One of the most exciting theories proposed by researchers at the University of Alaska Fairbanks is that glaciers are vanishing due to mass wasting. This theory suggests that glaciers move and flow downhill, which makes them unstable and susceptible to sudden collapses. When a large chunk of ice breaks off a glacier, it tumbles down the mountainside and melts away. This process is known as a debris flow, and it can be caused by a number of factors, including heavy rainfall or an earthquake. But the strange thing is that there does not seem to be any connection between debris flows and changes in temperature or precipitation. Instead, the frequency of debris flows seems to be related to other natural cycles that happen on Earth, such as the Pacific Decadal Oscillation. Every 20 to 30 years, the Pacific Ocean goes through a shift in temperature, which affects weather patterns around the world. During the warm phase of the Pacific Decadal Oscillation, the Pacific Northwest experiences warmer and drier weather. This can lead to increased wildfires, droughts, and heat waves. It can also lead to more debris flows on glaciers. Researchers believe that the increased instability caused by the Pacific Decadal Oscillation may be causing glaciers to become more prone to collapse and therefore more likely to vanish. This could explain why glaciers are disappearing at such a rapid rate since the beginning of the 21st century, since the last warm phase of the Pacific Decadal Oscillation began around the year 2000. However, more research is needed to confirm this theory. There is another theory out there that claims runaway feedback loops are to blame for the vanishing glaciers. A feedback loop occurs when the output of a system increases the input, leading to an exponential increase in the output. For example, as global temperatures rise, glaciers melt and expose darker surfaces underneath the ice. Dark surfaces absorb more sunlight than light-colored surfaces, so this causes temperatures to rise even more, leading to more melting and so on. The process is self-perpetuating and can lead to an irreversible change in the system. Some scientists think that the runaway feedback loop could be a big reason to explain why glaciers are melting away so fast. As glaciers melt, they expose darker surfaces that absorb more sunlight and lead to more melting. This could explain why we have seen such a drastic increase in the rate of glacial loss in recent years. Again, however, more research is needed to confirm this theory. You might not know this, but glaciers are constantly rumbling with activity beneath the surface. All that movement creates vibrations known as icequakes. Icequakes are usually pretty weak and go unnoticed, but every once in a while, there is a massive rumbling under the ice that signals something more sinister is going on. These rumblings are known as glacial roars, and they occur when large cracks form in the ice sheet. When the cracks start to heal, they release energy in the form of seismic waves that can travel around the globe. They can even be picked up by sensitive instruments on Earth. In some cases, these roars have been linked to catastrophic events like volcanic eruptions and earthquakes. However, in other cases, scientists are still trying to figure out what is causing them. Glacial roars are thought to be one of the reasons why glaciers are disappearing so quickly. As the cracks in the ice sheet grow, they allow warmer water from the ocean to seep in and melt the ice from within. This can cause entire sections of the glacier to collapse and disappear. But again, more research is needed to confirm this theory. Now, let's take a look at what is happening beneath the ocean's surface. There are several theories out there about how ocean currents may be playing a role in the disappearance of glaciers. The Gulf Stream, for example, is a powerful current that carries warm water from the tropics toward Europe. It helps to keep the continent warm and has been blamed for the mild winters we have been experiencing in recent years. However, the Gulf Stream is weakening, and that could have serious consequences for the future of our planet's glaciers. A weakening Gulf Stream can mean that less warm water will be transported to the poles, leading to colder temperatures and more snow, which would help to preserve the glaciers. But it could also mean that more cold water will be released from the Arctic Ocean, leading to a more rapid melting of the glaciers. Scientists are still trying to figure out exactly how the Gulf Stream and other ocean currents are affecting the stability of glaciers. But it is clear that the health of our planet's glaciers is intricately linked to the health of our oceans. This brings us to another theory that involves deep water formation. As the temperature of the Gulf Stream decreases, the amount of salt in the water increases. This is because as water freezes, it releases fresh water into the surrounding environment. This influx of fresh water lowers the salinity of the ocean water, which reduces its density. Less dense water is less likely to sink, and therefore less likely to form deep water. Deep water is important because it helps to circulate nutrients and oxygen throughout the ocean. Without deep water, the ocean would become stratified and the surface waters would eventually become depleted of nutrients. This could have disastrous consequences for the marine ecosystem and could also contribute to the disappearance of glaciers. Scientists are working hard to understand the role that deep water formation plays in the health of our planet's glaciers. It is evident that the vanishing glaciers are a complex and multifaceted issue. There is no single factor that can account for their rapid disappearance in recent years. Instead, it appears to be the result of a combination of factors. While scientists continue to investigate the causes of glacial loss, one thing is clear. We must take action now if we want to protect what remains of these important ecosystems. By reducing our carbon footprint and supporting organizations that are working to preserve glaciers, we can all play a role in ensuring that future generations get to enjoy the beauty and wonder of these icy giants. Another little-known fact about glaciers is that they can hold back large bodies of water. When a glacier recedes, it can create a lake. Over time, the glacier can build up so much pressure that the water behind it spills over the edge in a massive flood called a glacial lake outburst flood. These floods can be devastating, causing widespread damage and even taking lives. The strange thing about glacial lake outburst floods is that they seem to be increasing in frequency. Some researchers believe that this is due to climate change, which is causing glaciers to melt more rapidly. Others believe that it may be the result of human activity, such as the construction of dams upstream. Whatever the cause, glacial lake outburst floods are a serious threat in areas where glaciers are present. It is important to be aware of the risks and take steps to mitigate the damage they can cause. Finally, let's talk about the elephant in the room, climate change. Scientists have long suspected that climate change is playing a role in the disappearance of glaciers. After all, the Earth's average temperature has risen by about 1 degree Celsius since the Industrial Revolution, and glaciers have been disappearing at an alarming rate. However, until recently, it's been difficult to say how much of glacial loss can be attributed to human activity. That all changed in 2019, when a group of researchers published a study about Earth's vanishing glaciers. The study found that human activity is responsible for 40% of the observed loss of glaciers since 1850. This is a significant finding because it provides clear evidence that human activity is having a major impact on our planet's glaciers. If we don't take action to reduce our emissions, it's likely that we'll continue to see glaciers vanish before our eyes. In conclusion, it's clear that there are many theories out there about why glaciers are disappearing, from mass wasting to runaway feedback loops. Each theory offers a potential explanation for this alarming trend. It is possible that a combination of factors is responsible, or there may be other causes that we haven't even considered. What is certain is that we need to continue investigating this issue so that we can better understand what is happening to our planet's glaciers. With more knowledge, we can develop effective strategies for protecting these fragile ecosystems and ensuring they are around for generations to come. The story of glaciers is not just about ice, it is really about us, you know? It is a powerful reminder that the choices we make today can ripple through generations. So, what kind of legacy do we want to leave behind? Thank you for watching this video about the secrets of Earth's vanishing glaciers. If you thought this was cool, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and share the love. Keep that curiosity alive.